fishermen, fisherwomen. I'm Eric, Fat Fish Designs. Today, I want to give you a walk around my small shop, let you know how I do things. I appreciate you following along. Hit that like, subscribe, hit all those good buttons. Appreciate you following along. Thank you.
Subscribe now.
First up is the heart of my shop. This is a brand new piece of equipment that we just got a few weeks ago. So excited to have it on board. It's been a game changer for me, honestly. It's made my production faster. The quality of my products is better. And the machine does way more than what my other machine did. There'll be a full review of this Shop Saver Pro 408 coming pretty soon. Stay tuned. On to the next one. What's up next? This bad boy here. You gotta have a monster compressor for any shop. I've had this one before I actually started Fat Fish Design, so it's followed me around for a while. It's probably one of the things that's gonna get upgraded later this year. But anyway, air compressor, you gotta have it. It runs all kinds of stuff in the shop, runs the CNC, runs all my air tools, keeps shop clean, you know. Gotta have one. Oh, North Star, it's been real good to me. Highly recommend. This would be considered the front of the shop, the big roll-up garage door where I get stuff in and out, big materials and sheets wise and whatnot. This cart is usually how I get materials from outside in the rack to inside in the shop. Right now it's got a bunch of cutting boards on it that I need to move around and put in their place, find a good home for them, trying to organize, trying to get stuff cleaned up and where it needs to be for its future home since the new machine came and we redid the shop. Also, behind you is a rack on wheels that has tons of seat post rod racks on it. I go through quite a bit of seat post rod racks, so I try to keep at least one or two of every color on the shelf at all times. Doesn't always happen, but that's what I'm working on. But this rack I can roll around the shop, make room where I need to, roll it over to my workbench if I need to work on a bunch of stuff or whatnot. I just like having stuff on wheels in the shop, move it around, make space, use it how I need to. This here, this is my router table. This is where all the magic happens. This is where all the edges get rounded, all the corners get cleaned up, all the pieces come from off the CNC directly to here. All the edges are straight, clean, rounded over, all that happy stuff. At Fat Fish Designs, you won't find any sharp edges. I got a few competitors on the market. Some of their edges are rough, raw, sharp, and nasty. It's not how I get down. We get down to the router table. We've got different routers, different bits. We make the edges clean, round, something that's not just gonna cut you if you just lean up against it, because this stuff can be sharp. But anyway, this is my router table. I've got air hooked up where I can blow the chips out of the way if I need to. This is it, the router table. This here, this is my assembly table. This is where all the Fat Fish Designs products get assembled at. As you can see, I've got necessary tools up here to do the job. That's the DeWalt. DeWalt tools have been real good to me. I love my DeWalt tools. I've got about 10 drills, 6 routers, all kinds of other DeWalt tools. If somebody who's DeWalt is watching, shoot me a message. I'd love to have you a sponsor on the channel. This table is where all the magic gets down. It's where all the good stuff happens. It's where I put my hands on all the pieces to make it all come together for a finished product. This is my assembly table. Keeping in my work triangle, this is another small assembly table. Right now I've got a bunch of big 48 rod racks for anvil rods that I need to clean up and get assembled here in the next day or two. That's on my to-do list. Behind me, you can see my big rolling toolbox. It's full of all the hand tools, sockets, ratchets, drill bits, all the fancy stuff that you need to do a job. Behind me is some of the main hardware that I use on a daily basis. The rest of the hardware stays on my bench. All the bulk hardware stays in the back of the shop on the miter saw station. You can see a variety of tools here. DeWalt tools, again, DeWalt tools are awesome to me. I love DeWalt tools. Gotta have a jigsaw, sawzall, batteries with charger, another kind of saw, flashlight, skill saw, more drills, routers, all that good stuff. What else can I say? It's a workshop. This is the toolbox. It's where my tools hide. On the back wall of the shop, I keep a variety of clamps. Obviously, I do a lot of woodworking as well. Even in the plastic working, still need clamps. Keep stuff square, keep stuff tight, keep stuff right. Up top, got some more boxes. A lot of those are multi-bar parts, small parts. Keep organized, labeled, something I can get to pretty quick. Behind me, just a variety of tools. More DeWalt tools, obviously. Some routers, some sanders. Just tools that I get to on quite a bit. Need to get to in a hurry or whatnot. Glue. It's tools. It's tool storage. One of the most important things to me in the shop is this pictures on the wall behind me. It's my mom and dad. They passed away years ago, but their inspiration still lies on the wall behind me that I can see every day. I think about them all the time. This here is my computer station. This is the all the controls for the CNC here, all my computer stuff. It's got a wireless pennant where I can walk around the machine and do all the controls with this instead of having to stand at the keyboard. But regardless, I prefer the keyboard because I'm right here at the machine. All my controls are here. It's awesome setup. Shop Saver did a fantastic job on the layout. Just the stand itself, it's the perfect height. It weighs a lot. It's not going to tip over. It's pretty awesome. This is a rolling tool cart that I made for the CNC machine. It's got all my router bits, all my tools that I use, dust boot, touch off puck, some more DeWalt routers. Things are awesome. Thanks, DeWalt. But it's a cool little tool cart. I made this one of my first shop projects on the CNC to kind of test the skills, test the machine, test my abilities. You know, came out great. Over in this corner, I have a small DeWalt table saw. Obviously, anybody in the woodworking industry or whatnot needs a way to cut materials, long grips and whatnot. And since I was fixing up the shop, I needed it anyway. And it's been a good little tool for me so far. Little DeWalt table saw. Got my air dryer here for the CNC. Keep my air clean, dry, keep rust out of my machine. The machine's way too expensive to ruin it for something simple. So we got a nice Kel-Tec air dryer there. In this corner, I keep a lot of variety of plastic, pretty much like half sheets and down. Stay on this little rolling rack. And behind you in the corner, there's a full sheet type storage rack. It's got some wood, it's got some plastic, a little bit of everything on it. Behind you, you can see some wall storage where I keep a lot of stuff flat, a lot of wood, plastic, aluminum, all the materials that I work with. Try to keep stuff clean, organized, and easily accessible. So, next up, this is the side of my shop. It's not heated. Got a little screen curtain there. And as you walk in, the first thing you'll see is my dust collector. It is a Grizzly Tools dust collector. It's been great for me. Hadn't had any issues with it besides tripping a breaker, but it's just because it pulls a lot of amps. But yeah, you got to have a dust collector with a CNC. If not, you just got a freaking mess on your hands. Behind the dust collector sits the vacuum pump for the CNC. So it's got a bunch of vacuum motors in it that I can turn on and off and suck my material down to the bed so it doesn't move, so you don't have to worry about any screws and all that fancy stuff. Just more high-tech, better quality stuff. This rack behind you is kind of full of a little bit of junk. It's got a little bit of everything on it, some parts and pieces and stuff that I'm trying to clean up, trying to move around. It is what it is. Back here in the back, this is a drum sander. It's a drum sander. It's been pretty good to me. I use it for a lot of woodworks, a lot of charcuterie boards, a lot of cutting boards, wood rod racks, all that type of good stuff. Been a pretty good little piece of equipment for me so far. Another Grizzly thing. So this rack here is just kind of you know, where all my stuff goes as far as just junk, just cleaners, stains, some plastic, a little bit of everything. Just kind of shelves that all my normal man stuff piles up on. Next up, got a big full-size drill press, Porter cable drill press, full size. I use this mostly for my woodworking stuff. It's been good. Got it on sale at Lowe's when they were on clearance for $100. Couldn't beat it. So what you see back here behind me, this is my miter saw station. It's about 15 feet long. It's got my miter saw station, or miter saw in the middle. It's got two outfeed tables. One's about 10 feet, one's about 6 feet. It is, it's something that I made over the last couple days that I really had to have. Stuff was getting junked up pretty bad back here. Still is kind of, we're getting there. I'll have some more shelves here where I can organize some stuff. As you can see, there's shelves on top of that where all my hardware is organized down through there. Trying to get my boxes right, parts and pieces organized a little better. Make the flow a little better in here and try to maximize my space, you know, as being in a small shop at my house. Is my metalworking station. This is where I bend all my aluminum brackets that I make. This is where I do all kinds of little aluminum work, all kinds of parts and pieces. All my track brackets that I make are made by me. Everything's made by me that I sell. That's just how I do things. Unless it's the other aluminum brackets that are welded by my good friend Austin. But I've got a shear here where I can cut the aluminum. I've got a, I'm gonna call it a small press brake that I can bend the aluminum brackets with. You know, bend them to shape, cut brackets, bend them to shape however you need to. Got all kinds of gauges to measure, all that fancy stuff. I even made plastic blocks so I can have my angle, so I can check my angle, make sure it's right. But yeah, that's my metalworking station. I don't use it all that much. Trying to get a little more metalworking stuff going on. As you can see, here's a stack of brackets that I just pre-made at different angles that I know what they are. So a couple different angles in case somebody calls, I can go ahead and grab one that's already pre-bent, pre-made. If you don't know, these brackets that I sell fit on the back of pretty much every single Fat Fish Designs accessory / tool holder that I sell. So all the little small tool holders, all the cup holders, they fit these brackets. You just have to order your right angle to fit your boat, and most of our stuff can now be track mounted. I've got a track mounted weight box coming up next week. You just heard. So right here is my small drill press. This is where I drill all the holes for the brackets. They're drilled by me. Yes, by me. This drill press is strictly set up for that. I got jigs and stuff that I can put down. Those holes go pretty quick, but yes, that's how I do that. Keep a stack of brackets on hand at all times. My best friend Austin makes these. He's an awesome dude, awesome fabricator as well. Learned a lot from him over the years, and just a good old dude. So pass him all the work that I can, especially my aluminum work. So that's my small drill press. And then behind me is this big old 8-foot long rack, shelving rack. It has all the parts and pieces that I use for my products. Like tool holders. If I cut some gray, I go ahead and cut a bunch of tool holders while I'm at it. If something needs, something's getting low in the box when I cut that color, I go ahead and try to keep the box full. So when somebody calls, I got a quick turnaround on my products. Say you wanted a red and white tool holder. I would take these 3 parts, go to the router table, clean all this stuff up, put it together with some screws, clean it up again, put it in a box, put a label on it, it's headed to you. So, pretty quick turnaround. I try not to do onesies and twosies around here, it just takes up too much time. So, we try to keep a little bit of everything in stock. Cutting board parts, here's some sides, some backs, all different colors. So I keep all these colors in stock. So if you wanted a red, white, and blue, I would come and get some stuff out of red, white, and blue box and make you a cutting board. There's everything in here. Cutting board caddy parts, weight box parts, cutting board parts by color, tool holders, different tool holders, more tool holders. Obviously, some of these for cutting boards, some of these are for flat back, but we got options. We got more options than anyone. I have more options than any other person that makes starboard in this catfishing community. That's me. That's how Fatfish Designz rolls. That's what I do. So, all these parts, all these pieces go in to combine an awesome product that I can deliver to you that you can say, wow, this is awesome. It's all pretty much handmade. It's all 100% made in the USA. Why would you go anywhere else? It's Fatfish Designz. It's what I do. It's a little small shop. You're supporting a little small hometown guy. You're supporting a disabled veteran. My prices are right. My prices are better than a lot of the people on the market. I have more customization than anyone on the market. I now have a laser on my CNC. You thought you were going to outcompete Fatfish Designz, didn't you? It's not going to happen. I may be a one-man show, but I get it done. And I got more things down the pipeline coming. I appreciate y'all stopping by, watching my video. I'm not good at videos yet, but I'm getting better. Thank y'all again. Appreciate you. FatfishDesigns.com. Don't forget, we got hats, we got t-shirts, we got the ultimate fishing accessories. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sure this is one question that I'll get. People are probably wondering, man, where does he keep all this stuff? Where's all this plastic at? What, you know, he talks about all this stuff, but where's it at? It's right here. I've got two huge pallet racks back to back that are stacked full of plastic. And on the other side, on the ground, there's two pallets there. I got about 25 sheets of piece on them. I've got my landscaping trailer over there that I keep my black on. It's got about 10 sheets on it. I go through that stuff pretty quick. Here's all my materials. I got a lot. Got a lot of materials. There's probably 70, 75 sheets laying around here. All colors. Even colors that I don't advertise, like blue, red, and yellow. I keep those in stock. Don't forget about me. I'm Fatfish Designz. Thank you for watching.